through COVID, everybody got gardening. They were outside and inside, but by far inside plants took off. And so now you've all got these beautiful inside plants, and you need to know how to care about them. So I'll give you a few tips on a few little issues that can go wrong with them, what you're doing at home, and hopefully you'll have a great outcome and your plants will flourish. Hello, I'm Beth from Clark Street Water Gardens and Gifts. Today I thought I'd talk about your indoor plants and the things that can go wrong. The first one is that you put it in a position inside which is nice and cosy, and then during the night you put the heater on, which puts the temperature up, then in the day you turn the temperature off and it gets cold again. So your plant's going from 8 degrees up to say 24, 25 degrees, they don't like it. So if you can keep the ambient temperature the same for your plants, then they'll get on a lot better. The other thing is gnats, those pesky little things you have in your house. You'll find them in your kitchen, they buzz around, little black bugs, and they're a nuisance. Now there's two ways you can get rid of them. You can spray them with neem oil, sometimes that works, but what gnats do is they get into the soil, they lay their eggs, and then they hatch. So you might get rid of the ones that are buzzing around, but they'll all hatch out of the soil. So there's two things you can do. You can get some gnat nil, which is this, and you put this around the top of your plant about that thick, and it's porous so it doesn't keep the wetness in your soil. The gnats can get out when they've hatched, but they can't get back in to lay their eggs. So that will stop them getting in and out of the soil. You can also get a trap like this, which has a bright yellow thing in it, and all the little gnats will stick to the yellow. So you'll get rid of all the ones that are flying around that are in your room. So that's two things you can do for gnats. The next thing I thought I'd talk about is when your plant starts to look a bit like this, and you think you've watered it, you think, oh, the soil's wet, what's going on? Well, this is because it's become resistant to, the soil's become water resistant. So it's going on the top, it's running through, and no water's going actually into the roots. So the way to fix this is, you get a bucket of water, you pop your plant in the water, and you'll see, when you put it in here, you'll see all bubbles coming up. This is another one. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So you put it in the water and see all the bubbles? That's because the soil's become water resistant. The other thing you can do is, once you've done that, is get a moisture meter, and the moisture meter tells you whether your plant's dry, wet, or just right, and you just stick that in. Now, you've got your plant at home and it's looking great, but don't forget plants need food too. So what you can do is you can have an indoor plant fertilizer, you can have a fruit tree fertilizer, you can have a native fertilizer, you can have an outdoor fertilizer, or you could go with Sabrina Hahn's fertilizer, which is made for everything. It's a slow release fertilizer. You can put it on indoor, outdoor, natives, fruit trees, anything you want, and it'll do the job. If you need advice with any of the plants that you have purchased, whether they're from here or not, and you're not sure, just pop in and I'll give you a hand. If you want a stand or a pot and you just can't find the right one, and you get in and you think, oh, what size was it, I'm not sure, I'm happy for you to bring that plant in, whether you bought it here or not, to come and pick a pot. We're located at 6 Clark Street in Geraldton.